Heck yeah. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lucky Ones podcast. I'm your host, Lucky Wood. I'm joined today by somebody all of us has not seen in forever. She's just been MIA, hiding away. Miss Scarlett Jade. And my other co-host is also back and better than ever, Miss Amanda Marshall. Woo woo, glad you're here. Our special guest for tonight is the Madison Maddie Walker, and we're so happy that she's here with us today to talk all things arm wrestling. We were just talking about one of her tournaments a couple years ago that she was in, and then she took a little bit of a sabbatical, but she is still a force to be reckoned with now that she is back. She is nationally ranked. She is ready to take even more names, get higher on lists. We're gonna learn all the things today. Woo woo! Welcome, Maddie.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wanted to just ask you real quick. I think I know the answer to this question, but some of our viewers might not. What got you into this sport?
Yeah, absolutely. What got me into the sport, I played college softball. I just finished. And my freshman year of college softball, it got canceled because of COVID. So I'd always follow my dad to Steve Walker to arm wrestling practice at Jim Bryan's house. And I would just be watching and I was like, Dad, can I please arm wrestle? And he was like, No, you have softball. I was like, well, it's canceled. So like can we just like try? And he was like, I mean, I guess. So like I started trying and I absolutely loved it. And I just kept going from there. So
That's awesome. Very cool. So that's a lot. So that would have been like you're 18, right?
that was 2019. Graduated high school in 2020. Yeah.
Right, right. Okay, cool.
2020 was 3 years ago.
Okay,
Yes, you
wow.
haven't been pulling that long and you're
Yeah,
you're such a badass.
right. That's what I'm thinking. Here I thought you started at like 12.
I
And
wish. I wish I started that young. Well,
right,
my dad got out of retirement about I have no idea, maybe 6 years. And because he never talked about arm wrestling. Like while me and my sister were growing up, like ever talked about arm wrestling. So when we went to the first tournament with him, when he came out of retirement, I was like, what is this? Like the competitor in me, I was like, I want to do this. Like, but he's like, you gotta wait till softball's over because like throwing and he didn't want me to get hurt. And so it was kind of it. But I had no idea growing up like what arm wrestling was. I wish I did, but I did not.
right.
So,
No, that's fair. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm years old and I'm just now getting started. And I was like, dang it, why didn't I know about this 12 years ago?
exactly. I feel the same way. I was like, but everything happens for a reason.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what is your favorite thing about the sport so far?
Um, that's a great question. I
Like, why
honestly
didn't I know
met
about this 12 years ago?
exactly.
Hang on. I think that's me. Is that
No,
me?
that was me.
Okay, cool.
I just met like amazing people. Like that has to be like the best thing. Like all the women in the sport that I've met are just like amazing, like on the table, off the table. So like I think that has to be like my favorite thing is like meeting the community, like the women community. I really love it. Like it's and we're all like so like I feel like tight knit. If we all got in the same room, I think we'd have a great time. So
Right.
it's I think that has to be like my favorite thing is how close the women are in the sport.
For sure. For sure. And I think, and I think we have to be that way.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
we don't, there's so much in the sport that we either don't get to either participate in or don't get taken seriously or, XYZ. There's a long list of things that we could complain about. But with us banding together and continuing to band together, I think a lot of that is starting to really get fixed. So, yeah, I would 100% agree with that answer. I love it for sure. When you're not arm wrestling, Miss Home Run Queen, what are you up to?
Well, I just got done playing softball that I've played for my like whole life. So that's gonna be new not having that. Therefore, hopefully I just
Are you
pick up
gonna
the
do, you think, any recreational leagues or anything?
well, I just got a teacher job. So I think I wanna like yeah, so I think I'm gonna get like my feet wet in the teaching aspect of it. Get to like get all my lessons planned because it can be a lot. Um, and then like I've already got like offered to go to teams, like pretty competitive, like rec teams. I'm like, whoa, like can I
Right. Pump
like
breaks.
get in the real world, like all that kind of stuff. So
Sure.
yeah, just I'm an advocate for mental health. I started Athletes Are Human about 2 years ago. I just gave 5 scholarships to student athletes, like low income student athletes. So I do that. And then yeah, just hang out with my family and friends. It's kind of like what I've been doing.
Very cool. So tell us
Just getting
about that.
back into school here.
Do you
Yeah.
yeah, tell us about the organization. How can people get involved? How can people help?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started it on my dorm room couch and I called my mom and I was like, Mom, like I want to be an advocate for mental health. Like, why not fundraise some money and give it to like an organization that like might need it? Like kind of like a charity. Like I thought like I wanted to do like charity stuff, but turns out I partnered with NAMI, which is National Alliance for Mental Illness, and they're in Mercy, and there's a bunch of them all over the world. So that's really cool. But I partnered with Mercy in general. And I was like, okay, so like last year, oh, 2 years ago, I went to Armwrestling tournaments and I just sold like $2 wristbands. And I gave NAMI like $1,000. Like I gave everything to them, like $1,000 in donation. And they were like, and they told me like how much it would like help them. Like I helped by like $1,000. I gave like 25 families the resources they need for like mental health, which I was like, that's insane. Like that's, and they sent me like updates on the families. So cool. And then last year I was like, okay, like maybe I want to help on like hands-on. And I was a sub at one of the high schools here. And I was like, oh, like there's a lot of athletes here that are low income and that are going to school just like myself. And that might need like cleats or might need like uniforms, like stuff like that, like the gear that the team gets. It can be really expensive. So I talked to my mom about it because she kind of sees my partner, like silent partner, because she doesn't want to be like known, but like she does like a lot of the work with me. Like when I'm at school, like, she does a lot. Um, but I had a basket auction. I had like 72 baskets last year, and I just fundraised like all this money, and I gave 50 to NAMI and 50 to the scholarships. So I gave 5 people scholarships last year. This year we doubled it. So I gave double the amount of scholarships to all the kids that applied for the scholarship, which was 5 kids. So it was great. And I got to meet all the students, talk to them, like they've all been texting me, like, and it's really cool. It's really, and I gave, so I did 80 and 20 this year. I gave 80 to scholarships and 20 to NAMI. So and then I'm gonna bring the money over to NAMI after the East versus West tournament because I'll be selling wristbands there. So hopefully we'll get enough. But it's been really awesome. That's something that's super important to me. Like we kind of talked before we went live, like I think the mental health aspect of athletes are so like under the rug, like the pressure we put on ourselves. Like I don't know about you guys, but I get so nervous before tournaments. Like I will be freaking out. I'll be like shaking. I cannot listen to music. Like I'm just kind of like all aware. But I get really nervous. It gets very intimidating, and like especially like being my dad's daughter, like there is that tight like that pressure that I have to like kind of live up to in a way.
Right.
But I mean, I think it goes very under the rug. So hopefully just like helping people understand that like mental health for athletes are like important too. 100%. Like specifying on athletes.
Right, right. No,
That's
definitely.
great.
That's very cool. So, do you want to share the teaching position that you're getting in the fall? Like, what?
Yeah, so I'm actually starting summer school. I got second and third special ed. I'm starting July 1st. So that's kind of cool. And then I'm teaching fourth grade math and science starting in September.
Very cool. That's
Yeah. So
awesome.
I've been planning a lot.
Right.
I'm kind of like in my office now and I'm like customizing, laminating, printing everything. So it's a lot, but I'm excited for it.
With the fourth grade math and science, is that going to be like are you going to be in like a private school, public school, charter school?
So it's actually really cool. It's a public school, but it's in a low economic area.
Okay.
So the kids are like very low economic kids. They get breakfast, lunch, and they get dinner to bring home. So that's super cool. And then the superintendent likes the private school like feeling. So the kids are like told at the beginning of the year or like given like black shirts, like light tan pants if you can, and like they kind of just like have that uniform like of a private school, but it's not like as strict. So I kind of like the aspect that it is low economic. So like therefore I'm like as a teacher, I'm very like bright, like get motivated to learn. Like I want them to be there. So I feel like my presence at that school is going to be like really well, like really well. So I'm very excited.
No, that's cool. Yeah, we definitely need more teachers like that in areas like that. And so that's gonna be I think that's gonna be an amazing experience for you. And let me know if you need anything.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My going into my 11th year of teaching. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
So you get it. You get it.
I get it. I totally get it. And so but yeah, I've taught private school, country kids, and city kids. And those city kids, man, they just pull at your heartstrings.
They do. They do. And I'm not gonna have to worry about parents calling saying, "Can my kid have the pink eraser instead of the purple eraser?" Like it's gonna be like getting the parents involved. Like, what can we do to get you involved? Like care about the like that kind of that's gonna be the only thing. Like I swear every dime that I make it's gonna go back to those kids. And like that's gonna have to be like a wall that I put up. But I'm just very excited for it. I don't know. But I'm excited to tell them about arm wrestling too. So
No, oh, they get into it.
they're
They
gonna love it. They're
they
gonna love it.
they absolutely love it. My kids every week. Did you arm wrestle this weekend? Did you win?
Well, I'm a sub like before I like so when I come home from breaks, I'm a sub and I sub at an elementary school and the kids looked me up. They're like Madison Walker. And it's all like my Instagram, my Facebook, arm wrestling. Like, you're a professional arm wrestler? Like, oh my gosh. Like our sub is our celebrity. And like they switched classes because they were fifth grade. And then they told the other fifth grade class in the hallway. And I was like, okay, we're gonna take 2 minutes to answer any questions you have, and then we're getting back to work.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it's like it's fun. You use it as motivation. You want to see a video? Okay, let's get your work done. So
We had a program. The kids have one-to-one devices at my computer or at my school, and so we have a program that I can see everybody's screen. And I look at one kid, and it's literally my photos, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
crazy.
You.
I would never imagine looking up a teacher in school.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
Oh, Mike Nance says hi, Maddie. So in the chat. So we can't
Oh.
see the chat, but it's on the U of Tube.
Oh, awesome.
Chrissy Rudolph, who's Maddie? They said, what has she won? Chrissy, we're stay tuned, love, because she's gonna answer all of those questions because she is a force to be reckoned with. But Maddie is in New Jersey, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of New Jersey. Now, you got an East versus West qualifier, correct? Are you going to the finals?
In Florida?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
Hopefully, I didn't qualify yet. I'm going to the 29th, so hopefully I qualify and then I'll be going.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I didn't know he was.
Yeah, I didn't know there was another qualifier in Florida.
Oh no, the finals are in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to the qualifier on the 29th.
Where's the qualifier at?
Oh, the one in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Gotcha. That's what I was like. Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Sorry, I'm still trying. This is like my first one back, so I'm still trying to like.
This year's or the 2025?
It's a great question.
Yeah, right.
That's a good one.
What, bro? Mike, you can take that question out, boo. Let's see. So we answered that. So what does training look like for you when you obviously you're an athlete, so there's different things that you train for, but what is like the arm wrestling specific?
Like on Mondays, my dad has a bunch of like guys come over, like our like core group, and we just like work out. I kind of fly through the workouts because I don't like talking when I work out, and they like talking. So I work out. I do like all the workouts that they do. I just do it a little quicker because they just like talk. And then I like sit there for a little bit and then wait for them to arm wrestle, and that's kind of it. And I let them get tired first, and then I'll pull on their arms a little bit. But that's pretty much it. It's very fun, intense. My dad loves to scream and cheer me on, make sure I'm doing the weight that I need to be doing. And it's been weird like adjusting though, because I'm so used to like softball, like legs, cardio. Like now I don't really have to do that. So it's like
Gotcha. So you do more upper body stuff right now.
Yeah, so a lot more upper body stuff. And I have a really bad shin injury, so I can't like get on the treadmill or anything, but hopefully losing some thighs because I don't need them anymore for arm wrestling. So don't really need them for this sport. So
Right. I hear that.
but
I hear
yeah,
that.
mainly upper
I didn't
body.
need them for
Core.
anything, but I got them anyway.
I know. I'm like, my mom has like nice, like smaller legs, and I'm like, where'd this come from? Like,
Thanks a lot, Steve.
yeah, exactly.
So, well, tell us about training and competing with him. Like, obviously, if you all have not heard Steve Walker's voice, I promise you, you have. Just go to any tournament where he might have been attending and just listen. You will hear the voice of Steve Walker. It is unmissable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I always do? I always pretend like he's cheering for me. Like if I'm on the table with her, I'm just thinking, oh, he's telling me everything I got, everything you got.
I think you told him that at like Worlds, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Keep hearing," because I asked him not like I kind of asked him like not to do it like that loud.
What?
First of all, I block it out. Like I'm very good at like blocking it out. But
Wow.
like there'll be like littler tournaments, like smaller tournaments, and he'll be like yelling like, "Dad, it's okay. Like it's okay. If I lose, you can yell." Like I like obviously I need like but like, "Dad, it's okay." Like 2 times. Like it'll be okay. But no,
What an awesome dad. That is so cool. I don't like, I think I would love that. I would love to have someone but if you grew up with him like that your whole life.
Like, when it's your parent, like, my dad is a public figure, and there would be people who come up to me all the time, be like, "Oh, your dad is so cool." I'd be like, "He's like the lamest person ever. What are you talking about?" And like now that I'm an adult, I'm like, "Oh yeah, my dad is really cool, and I love him, and he's hilarious." But I think that's just how it is when when you're their child. It's just like, oh my gosh.
it's just like softball. Like I've been so used to it. Like if you
Right.
guys like watch the videos that he like loves to post, like he'll just be screaming in the video, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So, but I was on a really, so like he did that growing up, and then I got to like a really competitive softball team, and our coaches were kind of like, okay, like parents go in the outfield, let us deal with it. Like it was a college showcase team. So like we had college coaches. Our parents couldn't be acting like that. But when we got to college, my dad was like, oh, they're not here. Let's go. So he kind of like took off the mask and was like screaming. So I mean I like it. I need it when I'm like down or like when I like don't do well and I'm like, all right, what do I do? Like what do I do? Like so but sometimes half the stuff he's yelling, I have no idea what he means. So because I'm still new, I'm like, I don't even know what that means. But
Right.
it's good to have it and like everyone loves it. So and he'll cheer for anyone. So if you ask him at any tournament, he'll cheer. He yelled at me, he like cheered for me. I have a video, it's the funniest thing. He's yelling for me so hard at Worlds. And we're just like starting like the strap. Like it hasn't even like begun yet. And he's screaming so bad. He had to go to the hospital when we went back and he pulled like a heart muscle. Because he was screaming so loud.
But that's not love.
Like, I
I
don't know
have to
what
die for you.
Right.
like it's so funny because in the video I'm like looking around like they're just putting the strap on, like literally just started putting on. My dad's like, come on, come on, come on. I'm like, okay. Like I have to send it to you guys after because the video is like
Did you
hysterical.
win?
What'd he say?
Did you
Did you
win?
win?
That match?
No, not that.
See, that you could have blamed it on me if you had you not gone to the hospital,
Heart
Pop.
muscle, I would have won the match.
That's a guilt trip to hold.
Right.
Well, because I did the juniors and then I did the open too. So I was going against people that's been doing it for a really long time.
Who did you pull? I don't remember who you pulled.
Paige Williams.
Oh,
Okay.
Such a powerhouse.
That's right.
So
Weren't we supposed to have Paige at the round robin?
We did have Paige at the round.
Oh, that's right. I'm
yes,
sorry.
she was there.
I get everybody's face and names blurred
And
in.
she's such a sweetheart. And I felt so bad because she was so
Williams
quiet and my dad was screaming. I was like, Dad, she's so quiet.
I keep popping in and out to do my
Sorry, Stephanie.
I keep hopping in and out. I just took a bunch of pre-workout and I'm doing heavy deadlifts and I'm at the gym. So I keep hopping in and out to do my lift and come back. That's why I'm looking really flush. But I did not want to miss Maddie. I'll be back.
All right. No,
I've got to pop out too, you guys. I'm so sorry.
oh, you're good.
Bye.
Bye, Scarlett.
Ready to talk about pulling you. Get all the secrets. How to beat Scarlet.
What you have to do is go for her left right now.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know who, hurt her left at a practice. No, at a competition. Whoops.
That's why I don't pull left hand.
You know,
It's like nobody really likes left. It's just like arm wrestling is just more like a right-handed
I
sport.
love left. I
My
hate doing
but
right.
my right's been my dominant for so long with softball. It's 2.5 inches bigger than my left hand. I like my
Oh
left
my
arm.
God.
Because when I used to pitch, my
Mine-
arm was like massive, and then my left is just like a noodle.
What's
So
my
like
noodle?
I try, like we have to like pulleys and stuff, and I'm like, Dad, I'll try. Like I don't think I'm gonna do it. And he's like, just try, because he doesn't do left either. So it's kind of just like we always say like left's on Thursdays and we don't work out on Thursdays. So it's like it's just there. So like I feel bad like when women are like, oh, like I really want to pull left. I'm like, I'm sorry, like I don't want to get hurt. Like it just doesn't do anything. It's just there. So
No,
but yeah, I would not pull left hand.
No, I'm definitely excited to grip up at Pennsylvania. I'm so glad we're gonna finally be able to meet. Like we just
I
keep
know.
missing each other, and so it's gonna be really fun actually. But yeah, no, I'm doing a lot of left classes in Pennsylvania because but this one's the money arm. This one's not the one that doesn't let me down.
Yeah,
So like
I mean,
you're going for the qualifiers?
I don't know if I'm well. So like it
Yes.
comes with the qualifier.
Yes.
So yes.
Pull.
I'm
pull.
going to pull, and so if I get qualified, yay! And if I don't, it's a learning experience, So
absolutely.
it'll be my first time ever pulling the 198, so I'm super excited for that. It'll be my only time that I've not pulled in like the open class or like the largest class. So I'm just like, it's all coming together. It's all paying off. I was seeing if I can get down to 176, but that ain't happening. All right, so who do you look up to in the sport? I know you've mentioned Paige. I know you pulled Scarlett, you pulled Marlene, like you and Michelle Dugan pulled in Virginia, I think last summer.
Yeah.
We all saw that on Locked and Loaded. You're a TV star. Woo woo.
Oh boy.
So
such a hard question because every time I meet someone, I'm like, I love them. Like, it's kind of like surreal because I've been watching, like I told Michelle, like the first time I met her and James, awesome people. But when I first met them, I was like starstruck. I was like, you don't understand. Like, I've been watching you since I was little. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm on the table with you. Like, that's crazy. Marlene, arm wrestle. So I just met her the first time. I love her, but she like arm wrestled, like practiced with people when she was younger that my dad is like super close with him when he was younger. So like that was a cool connection, and she's so strong. So it's just like it was so close. Like, wow, this is what I could have been like if I trained with these people too when my dad was young. But like so it's like I don't know. It's like I look up to so many people. I don't think it's fair for me to say one of them, but definitely like Michelle, Marlene. I would love to get on the table back with Paige. She's so strong. Like that was insane. And I don't know, Gabby. I love Gabby. I never met her, but she just looks awesome and she's one of the best. So, if not the best,
right.
but it's pretty much it. Like
For sure.
hopefully I get to meet more people and then I will be able to say.
Very cool. So, have you ever gone to, I know you said you went to Worlds, and so which Worlds were you at?
I was at the IFA in Florida. So my first tournament ever, when I just started 3 months in, I qualified for that tournament. And then I went to school. I got surgery. I went to school. And then I was like, to my coach, I was like, I really want to go to this tournament. Like, please let me go. Because it was during our fall season. And he was like, fine, if you miss 2 games, you have to sit 2 out when you come back. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, it's okay. Like, stats don't count. So I was like, okay. Like, it sucked because I hate sitting out. Like, I just couldn't. But I wanted to go so bad. So I went, and I've only been arm wrestling for like 6 months. And then that was it. And that was the farthest, Florida? Yeah, I think that was the farthest I went. so far for arm wrestling, but I want to travel so bad. Because like
Right.
it's so hard. Like there's no women here. Like I would love to go to Texas. Absolutely love to go to Texas. I don't know why, but I want to go to Alabama. But so it's just like I would love to go out of the country one day. So it's just I
You should
gotta go up
come
the
to,
ranking.
well, you guys have, I think you guys actually have a tournament that month too. Our
Isn't
city,
Michigan pretty stacked for women?
I want to go to Michigan too.
Yeah.
so Michigan was really good this past year because we had Sarah Wilson, Paige Williams was there. We had Danielle, Kim Wood, Shauna Wagner, Brittany Hayhurst. I'm gonna forget people. Court Farwell,
They had at least
Kelly
10.
Bells,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Brandy Robinson, myself. I think I got everybody. I
That's
think
a that's
everybody's
a
mad at me.
that's a good list right there. That's
That's
pretty
a
No,
good.
big class.
the
I
what?
don't think I've had more than 6 people.
So there was, I believe there was 9. Yeah, there was 9 of us in the 154 plus. No, sorry, there was 9 of us in the 160 plus class. There was 5 total in the 160 class because 2 of them were in the 140 class and they pulled up. So
Nice.
yeah, there was a lot of women there, and it was a lot. I mean, I will sing Michigan State's praises. Steve does an amazing tournament. The only thing that I will complain about is the fact that I didn't get a gorilla, but it's okay because I'm gonna
Those
get one
trophies are pretty
here.
sick.
that wasn't Steve's fault, but it was Steve's fault too.
Yeah. I cheat you at the table.
Right?
If I ever get a gorilla, I'm giving it to you.
I appreciate that. That would be awesome. So, oh, she joined us. Yay!
Casto's coming in.
Casto's coming in. Woo-woo!
So Maddie, how do you feel about free entry for women in tournaments these days?
Ugh, I don't know. I'm so bad at this. Um, I like free entry, but I don't like when you win and you don't get anything. And they say, oh, it's because of free entry. Like I will get first. My dad would say, like, let's get second. He gets some money, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like I don't get anything. So that's the only downfall about like free entry for me. I don't know about now, but how much is it per arm? Like at some of these tournaments?
It's
I
still,
know
it can
next
range
week is
anywhere from
pretty.
30 to 100. So it just varies. It
That's
varies
crazy.
on what they're
Next
trying to
It's gonna be
proceed.
40 per arm. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it as low as 20 per arm, and then like 10 for every additional entry, which is kind of nice.
Mhm.
That's what I love about some of these tournaments is when they give you like your entry, and then you can enter more at a discounted rate. I like that a lot, especially
Yeah.
awards and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that makes more sense to me. I personally am not for the free entry. I think, and I'm a new person. I think you pay for your experience. You pay to earn it. I know everybody's trying to get us to come, but if you're an athlete, you pay. You pay your dues. So,
Yes.
yeah,
As
just
as a promoter, I say that too because it's so hard. Because I want to give the women the same thing as the men, and it's so hard to do the free entry and still come up with that, money for that. So that's extra sponsors that you have to go out and get for, just that class. But I'm doing it just to get more women to come.
And I think that's great. That's like one of the things that we're trying to achieve here with the podcast is getting the women in here and talking about them and getting us more hype to go and being a sponsor for it as well. So that's an added bonus because hey, we want these things. So now we're actually putting our money into it just as much. Even if some of us are not going to that tournament and polling, we want it for the women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I went to a tournament with my dad and we paid like I didn't pay for entry. My dad paid for my entry, which I'm very blessed for. But so I like won. I think it was like sit down nationals and they didn't even have like a medal for the women. They had to like print out a label like a little like tiny white label, and then put it on. Like so they did like the medal like ceremonies for all the men and stuff. And then they're like, oh, give us like 5 minutes for the women. And I look and they're like printed it out. I'm like, oh my. Like it just makes it like kind of, I don't want to say like a joke, but it kind of like makes it like
Yeah, it's insulting. It is,
it's
say what it
very
is. It's
insulting. It's
insulting.
like, okay, you get on the table with me, like that kind of stuff. Like, fine.
I'm
But
wrestling you for your medal.
yeah, I mean it is very, I took it as like a very big insult, and I was like getting so mad, and my dad was like, Maddie, it's okay. Like I was like, no, it's not. Like you don't understand. Like so, because we train, we do all of like obviously like if you're like a newbie and you're coming off like the audience, like it's different. But like I don't know about you guys, but I train. So I put in the work, and I would like to be like recognized in a way.
For sure.
So.
Yeah. I agree.
So, that kind of goes along with, what's something that you would like to see happen with female arm wrestling or change in female arm wrestling? Anything besides kind of that conversation that you could really be like, ooh, this would be really cool if this could happen?
I don't know. I feel like I'm such a bad person to answer this question. The tournaments I experienced so far is just like one or two women. I would really like more women to come out. And I feel like when we do pull, we're always pulling when the men's pro is pulling. So not everyone's looking at us. Like, so that's something that I would like. Since the women are so like low in like numbers, like, okay, pause the tournament, let the women go, let everyone pay attention to it. And then I would like that to happen instead of like my dad would be reffing at all these matches and he'll be like reffing pros. And I'm like, Dad, I'm going. And he's like, hold on, stop this match. I'm gonna watch my daughter and then we can go. So like it's kind of like he stops the whole thing because obviously he wants to watch. But I think everything should be stopped and like let the women have like their own time. But that's just my opinion.
I like how Adam, he put us in the mix of it. So he did like 3 rounds of the guys, and then left-handed went first with the women, another 3 rounds of the guys, and then right-handed. So he blended us so people were still staying around. Because that's the fear of us going first is, oh, women are first, nobody's really gonna watch us. So if you blend us a little bit, not make us wait all day, but blending. So I think Adam, he did that great with the chaos qualifiers. So
Yeah. I think I remember that. It was like the men were still like on the side and like the women would go.
Yep.
I actually like that was the most like eyes on the stage I think I've had it. Because that was that like what you just said, like that's a really good point. Like having it blended in so they have to like stand by. No way.
Yeah, because again, you want people to stay around. You don't want them to, vacate for us. And how do you do that? So
yeah. And then you see their girlfriends or like their wives like watch it, like because obviously they're waiting to record their partner. So like it's kind of cool because it like makes them watch it and
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my first ever one in Virginia. I was the only female there, and I was literally like going around and being like, "Hey, they're letting us pull for free," and they'd be like, "No." I literally walked around and like everybody who was sitting there, and I was like, "We can pull for free." I made Josh make like 4 announcements, ladies pull for free, and so then I had to pull in the 154s, which was fine. It was it was fun. It was a good experience, but that's just it's not really what you want for your very first time.
No. And like I traveled like even when like I went to Virginia, obviously my dad was pulling and reffing, but like I went all the way there to find out there's only like one woman, which like and she's like newer. So it kind of like it stung. Like it does suck like when you go to a tournament and you're like travel all day and then there's no one there. So I think with women it's just gonna have to be like super
Sorry, I
matches.
was gonna be there.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But like I think like at the point like it's gonna have to be like super matches, like or like planned, like I'm going, you're going, like, that kind of thing. Because I'm really just driving.
So what I'm hearing is Maddie needs a super match to get in, and we're promoting some super matches here soon in October. So and you can stay where you're at and try to get somebody to come to you or meet somebody halfway.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it's very hard because I don't know where I stand because I've been gone for so long. So like
I can tell you, I actually looked it up for you.
Well,
You're
like I
you're
look
gonna
at
be
the
fine.
Because
I
I
look
was
at the
Those
rankings.
don't mean anything.
They don't, because I look at the rankings and half those women have never beat me. So
Yeah.
like
I have a
okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there right now. You're number 10, Martha's number 9. That would be
see,
that
I
would,
beat Martha.
there you
I
go.
beat Martha. So that's that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's so like that rankings are so wrong because I've never lost against Martha.
Yeah, because we have a retiree on the rankings that's been retired for years now, and name has to be
Yeah.
removed. Has to
Yeah,
be
because I
removed.
think
Yes.
when I was in it, it was Sarah Blackman, Sarah Wilson, me. And I never pulled Sarah Wilson. And then she like hasn't pulled in years. So I was like,
Sarah
okay.
Wilson is
And then
actually
like when I went to college, I just kept going down and down and down. And I was like, I've never like lost against these people. Like
Yeah.
how I think of it is I think if they should be higher than me, they should beat the next person up.
right.
So
No, that's how. Yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm just saying she's right next door, and y'all could definitely do like a super match for on the
And
right.
she's pulling. She's been pulling for a hot minute, so
Yeah, that could be really fun.
I don't
mm.
know.
You should
I
tell
pulled
her.
her I pulled her 2 years ago in Maryland.
Okay. Alright.
So Maddie, you have no other females coming to practice with you? There's like nobody, not even young kids?
Nope. Well, so some of our like newbie people, they don't really like arm wrestle, but they like to train for it. I think just like it's more like a hobby, like get out of the house kind of thing. So we have like a lot of those, and like one of like the newer guys, he has 2 sons. So I'm like, oh, bring them over. Like
I'll
all
whoop
I have
her
is my
ass.
dad's massive hand. And then Ray, who's like one of my best training partners, and he's like my warm-up buddy. Like I love Ray. But like in his hands, like man hands. So it's like it's hard to, and so like when I grew up with a girl, I'm like, what? So it's just and my dad's like, is she doing this? Is like, how does it feel? I'm like, I don't know, because I go against your guys' hands all the time. I have no idea. So like when I
Yeah.
grip up his hand, I'm like, wow, she's really strong. So then I have to like give full force. And then if I like flash her, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I have no idea. Like, so I don't know.
Guys.
I wish I had more women to pull with. I had Sue Fisher when I first started, and then like she lives in like Philly, so it's kind of like hard for her to come up. And then like I go back to school, so then like when she would come here, I wouldn't be here, so it was kind of like yeah.
Hit and miss. Yeah.
Yeah. So oh well.
All right. So tell us about your favorite matchup that you've ever had.
Oh boy. Oh, I remember this one really well. It was
Okay.
my first ever match, like first ever match, the IFA qualifiers, and it was against Alexandra. And I remember my dad went up to her and she's like, she's new, like this is her first tournament ever. And I got flashed twice. And I was like, oh, motivation. I was like, I've never been more motivated in my life. And I hope to pull her one day so bad because I just like I want to see how much I grown. And she's so strong now. So I don't know if any of you guys pulled her, but like she's really strong and she's very good. So I think that it's not so much my favorite. I think it's my most memorable because I will never forget that match. And like what she did. I was like, no, that's not happening again. So
I pulled her
I
so many times and there's never been a chance. I always feel like, no chance.
yeah.
She's always gonna get you. Or on purpose, she'll let you go a little bit before she pins you.
Yeah.
She's so
I've pulled her several times. I think we're probably about even.
awesome.
Yeah, I would love to pull her again.
Look at you.
Yeah. I'm also really not good at side pull. Like I don't know about you guys, like
Oh, the
like
side
slow
pressure.
pull, slow pull. I'm not good at it. That's a whole
I
different
like
Maddie on that table.
it. I like it a lot.
I am not good at it. So if you guys ask to pull on the side, I'm so sorry. Like it's so bad. Because like I'm still like I don't really know how to do it. So like I just kind of like just try to arm wrestle, but I don't know. It doesn't work out
Step
well.
up and go.
Yeah, if you see me get my butt kicked on the side table, that's normal because I don't think I ever went on a side table. So
Cool.
I don't have the adrenaline. Like I don't have the adrenaline going. That's why like nothing behind it. I'm like, oh well. So
No.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah.
endurance at the table.
That'll be fun. Well, that'll be that. And I think too, but like that, I think I'm excited about that though too, because you can learn a lot about how you pull when you're pulling against somebody on a side table and they're not trying to rip your arm off. So I think that's okay.
That's true. And like you can kind of like work on things, but I don't know.
Right.
Yep.
I'm just used to pulling guys, so it's like I don't know about you guys, but I'm very selective about what guys I pull. Because some guys like to pull me and they just like to hold me at the center of the table, and I'm like, what's the point of this? And there's other guys like my training partners, because I'm very selective on who I let pull me, like bigger guy version. It's like, oh, let me feel how strong you are. And they'll just hold me at the center of the table. Like, what works that? So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure it happened to all of you guys before. So
I've had at a practice where someone really doesn't put any pressure. They just let their hand be like a freaking noodle, and it pisses me off to no extent. So I won't even grip up with that person again. I don't have that happen now, but I've had that happen before, and it's just like, dude, if you don't want to pull me, then don't come to the table.
yeah.
So I've come to learn,
There was one guy at practice that my coach actually like pulled him aside, and I don't know what was said, but whatever was said, it was fixed the next practice because he didn't do it again. And it was just nice because it was, somebody else talking to them. Like it wasn't me like whining like, oh, you're trying to hurt me, blah blah blah. Like it was actually he who was just like, hey, this is how we pull with the ladies.
Yeah. I've been very fortunate with the group of guys that I have. They're very keen. They know that I'm stronger than most females, and they're very keen on, especially Todd Hutchings, Toddzilla. He's told them time and time again, it's different when you're wrestling a lady. She's learning from your hand, and you're double, triple the size she is. So, calm your jets. And they've been my guys have been awesome with that. So I don't really have that trouble unless a new person comes and they're like gung ho,
Yeah, I don't like pulling the new people either because no one's taught them as much, and they're already ready to go for the girl. Hey, kudos. I'm glad you think I'm strong enough. But I don't want my arm snapped off, so those ones that come in and they just want to break your arm. It's too much. So,
or just like hold you at the center of their table, and on the other hand, they're on their phone. Oh, that makes me so mad.
Take two hands and pull him.
No,
so I'm like,
holding
you
a Miller,
asked me to come to the table.
Miller beer.
Like, am I wasting your time? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go. I literally just like let go and I walk away. Like I get so mad. I'm like,
right.
So I told my dad, I was like, Dad, stop telling me to pull people because I'm only pulling people I trust now. That's pretty much it.
I get it.
So
I don't know if you.
So how should a guy arm wrestle with you? So
for me.
It was just a question in the chat, so I think we could all kind of answer.
When a male is coming up against a female and say their hand's huge, like for instance my husband, I have big hands for a woman, but their hands are double our size. Now when for instance Toddzilla, when I'm going against him and he's got so much more strength, he will take fingers away. He will deduct fingers so that they're not gripping up with all of their fingers. And he said, whenever you wrestle with a woman, that's how you should at least take one or two fingers away and only grip with those to get a better, stand for it, so that they're not getting hurt, especially in the wrist. Because a lot of times, if you don't hurt your arm, the wrist is the first thing that's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I think for me, like, when I'm practicing, like, I like it when they ask me, like, how much do you want me to give you? Are we doing 20? Are we doing 30? Am I putting you in a bad position, trying to let you get out of it? Like, it's that communication. So I think for me, like, how a guy should arm wrestle a girl is always communicating, what do you want out of that practice? Or what do you want to accomplish today? Because yes, I could grip up with them and they could flash pin me every single time. It's not gonna, I know that. And I'm not naive enough to think that that's gonna change here in the next little bit. It might for some guys, but not for everybody. And so that just that constant like, what do you want me to do? And that communication is how I think guys should pull with girls.
I have two like completely different experience. Just to I do not like pulling my dad because he doesn't want to put like any strain towards it. I don't like pulling my dad. So I like barely pull my dad, if anything. Well, mainly because I'm like, Dad, tell me how strong I am like now because I'm back from school. And he's like, okay, like I'll tell you, but like that's pretty much it. But my like two people I pull the most is Ray. And Ray, what he does is he's like, okay, what do you want to work on? And he like watches women arm wrestling, so he knows like what women mostly do. So he like, what are we working on? He lets me like pin him, and then he'll start putting more pressure, and that's how it should be. Another way I do with Dave Morocco in Maryland. I don't really see him often, but when I do, we have to work on endurance as well. So what he does is he gives me 30 seconds where I put everything into it to pin him. So, but he's moving with it. Like he's like, oh, you're almost there. And then he'll take me back. And then it's just like back and forth. So like that's really good as well because that helps with your endurance. And then at the end of 30 seconds, like we'll have my iPhone like on a timer and then he'll like let me pin him like to finish it. But like he'll have me go all the way back to like he's losing, I'm winning, I'm losing now. So like that's also another good thing. Not at the center of the table. If a guy holds you at the center of the table and it's like, all right, let's see what you got. No. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
No.
Yeah. I have no problems with that.
Any thoughts?
I now so I get up to the table and it's ready to go, whatever I tried to go for, and I get corrected in the process. And I've been told when to lean in, when to do the back pressure, how to switch out, go again, hold here as long as I can, countdowns like she does. So when I'm really tired out, then it's like, no, come back, do it again. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I'm usually over on the side after about just a few pulls with some guys because my hand will go straight numb with Chad. That I have to go like stretch it out, give him like a 2-minute rest, then come back. So building up endurance with those guys that's a whole nother level of work. But yeah, I mean, I don't really say give me this, give me that, because the guys are already giving it to me. A couple of guys I might have to, but I think that's just them worried about hurting me. So that's about where I'm at right now. Pins dropping in the background.
The question that everybody has been asking pretty much in the chat is, what has she won? And so let's talk about those accolades, homie. Like I said, she is nationally ranked, right hand, woot woot. And congratulations on that. And so what's some big ones? What's some other ones?
I believe I won nationals in Maryland, New Jersey, Virginia, New York, like all like the states around me. I do have 4 gold medals at the IFA Worlds and 1 bronze. And yeah, I won 2 sit-down national tournaments. Yeah, very blessed. Only been doing it. It's so weird because everyone's like, how long have you been doing this? Well, I started 3 summers ago. I had 1 tournament. Then last summer I pulled, and then this summer I'm pulling. That's the only time I've ever pulled. And like maybe in the winter if I come back for like a tournament. But that's about it. So I guess like really, I don't even know how many years I've been pulling or like how many months. I don't know. I say on and on 2-3 years. But it's really on and on. Like I'm sure if I pulled you guys would know. Like I've been at softball, but now like I hopefully can get full time into it. So I'm very excited to get back, win some more
We're
stuff.
so excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
No,
I'm
I know.
excited
Every time Tracy posts, Maddie's back, I'm like, I know. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think my mom is like so excited just to like because she likes seeing like the women pool and like she wishes she can do it so bad. And I'm just like, yeah, like I'm excited. Like they've been like my parents have been there since my journey started at like the qualifier. So like it's kind of cool. Like my dad already started arm wrestling like before they met. And like with me, it's like she's seen me from like nothing to like where I am now. So and where I will
So your
become. I'm gonna
so your
keep
mom
that.
doesn't pull?
No. But like she really tries. But she does not pull. But we teach her like the stuff. Like she obviously been watching my dad's for all those years before they had kids. So like she like knows what she's talking about. But like she loves the environment. She'll go, she'll cheer, she'll record. So yeah, but no, she will not pull. Yeah. I don't think I'll let her.
Why? Moms can pull too.
I know. She just has a
So
little
can grandmas.
she
Oh,
has like
mom.
she has some health things, so I just want to make sure
Okay.
she's okay. And she only played volleyball. So like she's not really like yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Volleyball is a tough
She's
She's
not
letting her mom down. She's saying her mom
she's,
is not that strong.
like my mom's watching right now, but she's gonna be laughing. But like she doesn't work
We
out.
love
Like
you.
she doesn't like to work out. Like my mom just wouldn't like to work out. So I'd be scared for her to hurt herself, like in a way. Because like she
I
hasn't
never work out.
like well what's the saying? My dad always says it. It's only like 5 pounds in the wrong position to snap your arm. Like
8.
I
Yep.
don't 8. Yeah, 8. So like I don't want her to be in that situation at all. I mean like no. It's okay. She doesn't
I'm
have to.
just giving you a hard time because
She's
I've
a
been
pretty
pulling for
cheerleader. She can be my cheerleader.
32
Great
years.
cheerleader.
She's a pretty cheerleader. So
Again, cheerleading is a very hard sport as well.
yes, and she packs all the snacks. So whenever she sees little kids, she gives them lollipops and she always has candy. So she's
There,
like
The
a
lollipop
soccer
crazy.
mom
people
that
like
brings
that.
like oranges.
Maddie, I'd be worried. Handing out candy to kids.
No.
I'm just kidding. We love you, Tracy. You're great.
No, but she
So-
always has all the snacks. If you get hungry, go to her.
So real quick, one of our comments is like, we should start our own ranking list with the
We're
podcast.
not
No?
getting canceled. We're not getting canceled.
I think you
Oh,
should.
right. I think it'd be cool. I'm not scared of these woke wannabes and whatever. Come on. Let's do it for
Okay.
fun.
No.
Let's just,
You
We'll
can
have to
only
work
be in
on
the
it.
Y'all can go
Come
ahead
on
and
the
just go rogue
podcast.
and do it yourself. I would just like to say that Lucky Wood has nothing to do with any sort of ranking whatsoever. I actually did think about, and I didn't do it because I just didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I actually did want to talk about like some of our, because this is episode
16.
16 and we've had 15 amazing people, and I was like, tell us some of your favorite guest stars so far, and I couldn't even think of one so far because I've just loved everybody. Like, like Maddie said at the beginning, like if we got us like all in a room, which is kind of nice because that's what this podcast is. It's really a lot of us female arm wrestlers like kind of all in a room just chatting, and we all get along, and even if we are complete opposites, we have something that brings us together. And so even a girl that I might not vibe with like in a classroom or vibe with if we were to go out shopping, when we are on a table, that gives us that common denominator. And then it's like that, oh yeah, like we both do it. And so we can like help each other and work with each other, and we don't have to have like 1,000 other things in common. We have this one thing and it's enough. And so
It's respect on the table. That's all you need.
exactly.
Yes, exactly.
And
So,
for
Maddie,
us-
what's your
Oh,
have
sorry.
you answered what your next tournament, what your next competition is going to be?
No,
only-
that's 2 questions down.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go to the nationals on the 29th in PA. So the East vs. West Nationals.
And we're finally gonna be able to meet there.
Yes, I will not be pulling left hand though, only right hand. I swear. I'm gonna wear a shirt. Stop asking me to pull left hand. Like I don't. All the tournament like register people always like, Maddie, left hand. I'm like, guys, I can't. Like, no, it's just so bad.
well, they probably want you to do it sometimes when they're just trying to fill that slot because they have only a left-hand girl, and they're like, okay, we know you
Yeah.
don't want to
Oh,
win,
with
but
me.
give her the
I always say
experience.
yes though. So if they guilt trip me enough, I always say yes. If there's like one woman or like two and they just want like a 1, 2, 3, I'll do it.
Mhm.
But I don't choose to do it. It's not, I go to the register table, right and left. So, but yeah, I'm very excited to get back into it. But
That is really exciting. What do you hope to achieve in the future? So obviously you're doing the East versus West qualifier. So
mhm.
do you have that in your sights? And is there anything else where you're like, ooh, I would love to be able to do this or do that?
I would like to go to Worlds again. I don't know if I would do IFA. I don't even know the difference between all them, but I want to go to Worlds again. Obviously I'm gonna have to train for that and see where I'm at, but I would love to do that. I want to be on, what was it called? This is so bad because I've been thinking about it for so long. Oh, the Knuckles Up. I would love to do that. My dad went to that and I was like, I'm so jealous. Like, this is like, they treat them like royalty. I'm like, I was hanging out in Merlin the whole time. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, this is so cool. Like, it was like, the way they treated them was like awesome.
Right.
And I would like to do Knuckles Up. I just never did a super match, so I'd be a little anxious for that.
You never
But
did a super match yet?
no.
That's so cool.
Well, like
I've done too many.
I because like every time I do, like you have to have like months in advance, and I'm at school, so I can't like commit to that. So,
There.
but now I
No.
can.
But now you can. All right.
Now I can.
They're up, everybody. Maddie's ready for her super match. Knuckles Up 4. I'm sure needs a woman's match coming up. And so let's make that happen. I'm gonna message them. I'm like BFFs with them now, so I'm gonna message them and make it happen for you.
I think it's so cool. Like, I don't know. I felt like really, I was like, oh my God, that's my dad. Like, I don't know. They had like walk-up songs and stuff. I was like, this is sick. I was like, I know I haven't like, I try to like so much on Facebook, but I try to like go on Facebook like periodically at school and like try to catch up. But I'm like, what is this? And like, I went there and I was like, this is crazy. So no, that's definitely something. But like I said to my dad like a couple days ago, I'm like, the amount of women arm wrestlers there are now and when I first started is insane. Like I don't know where they came from. They just like appeared. So like my dad was like, well, who do you want to pull? I was like, I don't know. They're all like all these women are here now. Like I just,
Give me everybody.
everyone. Like, but like that's the thing. It's like I'm definitely not at like where amateurs are, but I don't think I'm at where I was like before either. So like I have to like figure out where I was. That's like I'm excited for East and West to figure that out. Hopefully.
Right.
But
Oh, cool. So Chrissy says that Knuckles Up just made Winter Blast an Arnold's qualifier.
Yeah, so Knuckles Up is bringing arm wrestling back to Arnold's because they took it away for a hot minute, not too long, and then that's coming back. I heard Winter
So
Blast.
it is right and sorry, Maddie, but it is right and left. So Lucky who's a lefty. Yay! I'm so excited. And then all y'all right-handers, y'all got your right hand already. So it's all good. Yes,
you got the left hand lockdown. Left hand better be locked down by you.
Right.
You got that.
So that does bring us in. That does bring us to Knuckles Up. Nope, just kidding. Winter Blast is going to be March 25th, 2025, not March 22nd, 2025. Next year. Location to be determined. The other thing that we wanted to talk about was Sarah Bachman's tournament. Nope. Amanda, go ahead. Piece that up.
Piece that one up. I can't even remember where it went. Give me a hot minute because it's in August.
August 3rd, I think, right?
I wanted to
August 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I have everything saved. Fast, go to the next one.
Right. All right. So August 3rd is the Orlando Classic Motor Harley Davidson Cycle. It's going to be Master Referee in Florida combat rules. It's going to be open money classes. So first gets $800 down to fifth pays out at $100. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are signing up and showing up for that. And then in December, shout out to LeRae Jenkins. He just announced today that he is in fact opening up his invitation, the Great American Invitational Bash. I'm pretty sure I put all those words in the right order. He is adding women's right and left. There's going to be 2 weight classes, 154, 0 to 154, and then 155 plus. It's a 2-day event. So 154s, 176, and 198s, right and lefts are going to be on December 7th, and then 220s, 242, and 242 plus are going to be on Sunday. We're unsure as of right now when the ladies are going to be pulling, but I think he's going to try to have it be on the same day. He's going to try to get 32 women in each class, 4 right and left, which would be amazing.
We know that's hard.
We know that's extremely hard.
So hard.
But y'all have 6 months to get it together. So pull your lives together and get it done. I know you can do it. So I think that'll be a really great event. Beast Mode does a lot for women's arm wrestling as far as cash payouts. They do let us enter for free at their tournaments, which is awesome. This year, I'm not sure if he did it last year, but I know for sure he's done it this year or each event, which we really appreciate. And so for him to open it up for the women's is going to be really, really awesome. And then of course the Women's Invitational in May was just a phenomenal event. A lot, you had 24 absolutely kick butt ladies show up to that. And I know there was a lot of women upset that they weren't there, didn't get invited, or couldn't make it. So now you can make up for it by going to this one. So make sure you show up and show out. And then the payout will be a little different too. So if you look at the event page, he had said that all the money that is made in entries is going up to, I believe, the top 5 or top 5.
I thought it was 4.
Is it 4? Okay, the top 4.
I think it's 4.
Okay. I might have just been missing.
Just don't hold everything we say in stone right now.
Yeah.
Go Google.
No, I know what I'm talking about. Dang it.
We'll get it right.
We'll get it right eventually. The Great American Bash International Championship Invitational. Lorraine, could you have named this anything longer? Oh my God. Like what? That is a crazy name. Oh yeah, so 100 entries, 7 women enter, $1,700. Split the $1,700 amongst the top 4. So show up, show out. We got it. Your girl is excited to see who shows up. Because I'll be there. I'll be there cheering. I'm about to up my tier though, so I can get a better seat. No, I'm just saying.
Well, let us know so we'll divvy in.
Yeah, we can rotate. All of us just rotate in the VIP section.
We'll wear our Lola shirt and then just jump in the spot. Okay, it's my turn. You go. You got your 20 minutes. It's my turn.
Right, exactly. No, just every round, it's just a different one of us sitting in that seat.
Yeah.
Wait, Lorraine, if we bump up our tier, how many seats do we get? He said he was gonna watch. He might watch the replay. I hope he watches the replay. Then he can answer all these questions. All right, so awesome. Back to Maddie. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I was gonna forget about it if I didn't talk about it right then. But back to Maddie. So is there anybody yet that you have not been able to grip up with that you're like, I need her hand in my hand and I'm gonna take her down? Or you cannot like think that you're gonna take her down because I don't want to.
Yeah, I was like, I don't
want to put a target on your back.
That's such a good question. I would like Marlene again when I'm ready. Let me train a little bit, please.
Right.
I don't know. I just kind of want to beat everyone on the rankings above me because that's just not true, and I just want to prove it. So anyone on that list.
She's coming for all of y'all. Just
right.
I don't know. Wherever I go, if you're there, let's pull. Let's have fun.
I'm gonna talk the smack for Maddie. Listen,
That's what I said. I said Maddie is back and she's taking names and numbers and she's gonna make her way back up that list.
No, my dad always like gets mad at me because he's like, not mad, but he like jokes with me. He's like,
I'm on
Maddie,
the phone.
have your game face on. And I'm like, Dad, I can't. Like, I just like smile. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just, unless like I get really mad, like then I'll get mad. But like, besides that, like, I just like talking to people and say hi. And he's like, get mad. And I'm like, I'll be at the table and like someone be like, and I'll be like, hi, I'm Maddie. So like, like
Get mad. Ain't nothing to get mad about.
until the ref does
Unless you
something
get your-
or they don't call something, then I'll get mad. But
No,
that's
that's
pretty.
fair.
But yeah, I guess everyone above me. I don't know. Let's see if someone wants to arm wrestle, then I'll arm wrestle anyone. So
Go.
I'm ready.
Remember, if you're above her, she's coming for you. And she needs her first super match. Knuckles up 4. Let's go. My goal is Knuckles up 25. That's my goal.
Oh, that's too far away.
Hey, your girl needs time to work on herself. And plus, they're doing like 3 Knuckles up a year. It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe I should be like 7. Like, give me some time. Just be like
Okay,
a little down the road. I don't know about like the next one.
well, it needs to be in the single digits at least.
Okay. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I'm still like the youngest. I feel like I'm the youngest like arm wrestler. I don't know. Am I?
I don't know, how old are you?
23.
No.
No.
We had the what, 14 and 15
year old.
round robin? Yeah.
See, I would want to meet them. Like,
Yeah, Brenna and Kylie or Kaylee.
My daughter is 12.
There you
I
go.
love that.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a force to reckon with.
We'll have to see if she gets mad enough.
We'll be smiling at each other at the table in a couple
Yeah.
years. That's funny. No,
So
I'm
Maddie,
yes.
so Maddie, how do you think we can get more women into the sport? What do you think is holding a lot of women from joining?
I think there's like the fear. I don't know. I think a lot of women just think it's very intimidating. Like when I tell like my friends at college, like I'm an arm wrestler, they're like, what? Like that's crazy. Like you're gonna break people's arm, you're gonna get arm break. I was like, no, like it's not like that. Like it's watched. So I think a lot of people just think it's so intimidating. And I think like we just have to like as like women, like I know like I try to make it like look like a friendly, like family friendly environment. Like I'm not trying to like scream at someone, but I think that has to be, I don't know. I'm gonna go around the next tournament and ask people like, why don't you arm wrestle?
Yeah,
Like,
let's ask the guys why their wives are not pulling.
yeah, like
the
there's
wives
so
that are
many,
not pulling,
there's
because we know we have
so many
both.
women there. There's so many women there. That's why there's an amateur class. Like I don't even care if they're pulling me or not. Like just get into the sport. I feel like it's such a good sport to get into.
I
I
agree.
don't know.
It's
But
the fear of getting beat is what it is.
I think that would give us that.
A lot of people just don't want to get beat.
yeah,
That's
well,
ego.
that's ego, and you
Yep.
only learn from your greatest loss. So, like like the first couple of tournaments,
I mean, that's the truth.
besides getting beat my first match, I didn't lose for like 12 matches in a row. And I was like, okay, like cool. Like, but like I don't know what to work on then. And then when I got beat, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like now I kind of know. So like, but also as women in the sport, like all of us, like we kind of know like what we're doing. We need to make sure if it is a new woman, we're not smacking her arm down either. Like my first, I got smacked down, and I tell everyone this all the time. If my dad wasn't into the sport, and if I didn't have that like competitive edge in me already from the get-go, I would have been done. I would have been crushed because it was embarrassing. Like, why are you gonna smack my arm down like that? Like, like if you're brand new coming out of the stands, like let's teach them. Like I know I arm wrestled someone at Dad's Bar and Grill, and she's just came out of the stands like brand new. And I was like, okay, like you see in the match, like look at your hand, look at your hand, and I just took her down very slow because like I still like, like I'm teaching her, but like in a way, like I'm not gonna be like disrespectful either.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
no,
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
you want her to come back, and
Yeah, absolutely. And like this is what you could get to. So I know she's been trying to come to our house to work out, but she has a husband, like she's a little older. So like, but I was like, look at your hand, watch your hand, because I get nervous too. I don't want them to hurt their own selves, but
yeah,
it's our job as women that's been in the sport to make it comfortable for them as well.
I agree. Yeah.
So.
All right, one sec. We got a special guest who wants to ask you something.
Oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy is right.
Oh no. What time is it? Is it 5 o'clock?
Right.
Candy Passamore?
Oh my gosh.
She loves us. She jumps on all the time.
Hello, hello. Can you hear us, Candy?
Hear her.
Not yet.
She's got worse reception than I do.
Nobody has worse reception than you do.
What? Don't G-cast her right now because she's pretty clean. She's not old.
I'm actually driving in my rental car after totaling my car. So
Please don't wreck that one.
Right. I hope you got that insurance.
right after I wrecked it, I was going around a turn at my house and there were 2 rental. I'm like, are you kidding me? Get the hell out of the road. Oh.
All right, tell Candy we still can't hear her. Can you
hear me?
No.
Yeah. I think.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
Yes.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, Christina, love you.
Hey, lady.
Maddie, I'm so proud of you. Are you done with softball? Can you just like not do softball anymore?
I'm done with softball. Yes.
Yes.
Officially done.
Do you remember when your dad put me on the table with you and was like, can you just teach my daughter just like a few things?
Yep, I remember. Every single time I see you on Facebook, I remember that. And then you tell me you live by like Mystic Falls, and I was like, oh, gosh, I still need to go out there.
Girl, come visit. Like
I'm
we
trying.
had over 100,000 visitors last weekend for the June wedding, something to do with Mystic Falls, Vampire Diaries, whatever. So we didn't go towards Covington. So yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to see you're doing good though.
Well, I would just like to put on notice that I taught you everything you know.
Yes, that's true. I learned everything from Katie. That was like at the really beginning too.
Yes. I remember your dad was like, do you mind getting on the table with my daughter and like, just trying to show her some things? And I was like, okay. Didn't y'all come to Alabama or something? It was somewhere. I don't even remember.
No, I think it was at the
Y'all went somewhere.
I think it was a 98%. I think Paul had a challenge match.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. And then you gripped up with me and I was like, fuck me. Like, no, I can't teach her anything. Like, maybe if I can leg wrestle, that would be great.
I took everything you said to heart.
Sorry,
though.
my voice is still out. Yeah, my voice is still out from screaming for Paul this past weekend. So, like, I literally have no voice.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, you're definitely a force to be reckoned with, and I'm all about you. I always have been, always will support you and your dad, of course. But yeah, I'm out here painting kitchen cabinets. Sorry. But yeah, you're a strong ass woman. So are you done like softball period? Like your college is over with, or is it just a season?
So I'm done with softball period. I played 5 years of college now, well, my 5th year, and then I broke the school record. I even got a tattoo of my number that I've had since I was little.
The front door.
Softball is done.
Yes.
I got my first tattoo, 99. So yeah, I'm done with softball. I might play like co-ed league in a year or 2, but that's about it.
So what'd you get your degree in? Did you get a degree? Like, what are you planning on doing?
Yeah. So I got my degree in special education and concentration math from K to 6. And then I just got a teaching job. So I'll be teaching 4th grade.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My
Congratulations.
my identical twin sister, she taught special ed for 13 years. So
Oh.
kudos to you.
Yeah.
So
I'm still in
now
school.
let's get back to business.
I am. I'm doing all online school. I'm gonna get my master's degree, and then I'm gonna hopefully get my doctorates. So I'm just gonna keep going online.
Oh, I'm gonna slay queen. Okay.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
try.
arm wrestling is more important than teaching. Hello.
I guess so. No, I love teaching. Like I've never been more passionate about something in my life. Like I just adore teaching. It's I don't know. Like I know how much money teachers make. I don't care. I'm so excited. So
Yeah, it takes special people to do special ed, and not only special ed, but be a teacher as well. So kudos to you. You're very strong. You know, I've met you. God, you were, how old are you now? Like, God, I think you were like
I was
14
20.
or 15
Oh
were
wait.
you when I met?
Yeah, I'm
No, it's
20.
been years.
No,
Years.
She just started, Candy.
No, she did not just start.
It was
I met her.
Candy.
No, I met her.
The show. We literally just talked about this. She started in 2020.
No, she started with her dad. No, and she'll back me up on this. She might have started arm wrestling 3 years ago, but I was on the table with her. It was before then. So her dad like pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, can you get on the table with Maddie? I just want you to teach her some things, whatever." So she might have just started actually arm wrestling 3 or 4 years ago, but I was on the table with her trying to act like I was teaching her something, which I wasn't. Because she was super strong. I was like, holy crap. Like, this girl has got something.
We should have just interviewed Candy for you, Maddie, since she knows more about.
No, when I saw you were going to have her on the show, I was like, I've been busy. Henry went to VBS and I've been doing the kitchen. But when I saw you were having her on the show, I was like, Maddie's my girl. She's been from day one. Like, I've been telling people about her. I talked to Steve, her dad, about her. Like, she is a force to be reckoned. And Maddie, what are you weighing right now?
I will be in the open class. I gotta lose this college weight, this softball weight that I've had to have because of my job on that field. But hopefully I'm just gonna do it the healthy way, take my time with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
But you didn't answer my question.
This is like the worst question I've gotten all night.
No,
Like,
okay.
Like we literally
So are you
erased that question from
no,
the
are you
chat,
are you
Candy.
one
We're not
are
talking
you
about
154 plus? Are you
Yeah.
154 plus? Like for real? Like that's
Yeah,
what I'm
like-
asking.
like yeah, I'm over 154 for sure. I will be in the open classes. I don't think
Yeah.
I won't be.
I think there's a lot of super matches that can get lined up for you. I mean, like I said, you're definitely a force to be reckoned with. I feel like you're like my person that I felt like you're my offspring, you know, like I can't beat anybody. Why not let Maddie? You know what I'm saying? And you're back and you're done playing softball and all that stuff. So I think there's good things in your future. Just do what you do. Like, listen to your dad, but don't listen to your dad because he can't train a female. Just like I don't listen to Paul, he can't train a female. Just do your thing. You know, you've got an amazing wrist, an amazing hand. You're super strong. Just stay true to yourself. You know, agree with your dad. Be like, yeah, Dad, that's great. That's awesome. And then just shake your head when you go to bed at night and be like, yeah, I'm just going to do my thing because that's what I do.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. I haven't talked to you in like 3 years either.
I know it's been forever.
I was like, well, I like see your post. I'm like, wonder if she remembers me. Like, I didn't know.
Girl, I so remember you.
Now I know.
So
Well, thank
am I famous then? Does that make me famous?
To text.
We're all famous.
Christina and Stephanie, am I famous?
Just as famous as we are.
Yes,
Everybody knows
girl.
Candy's.
famous.
Everybody
She's
knows
famous.
Candy's name.
What?
Yes.
Everybody knows who Candy is.
My stripper song. So
Everyone
I
does.
changed my ringtone. I had like this whatever, and Daniel's like, "Mom, you need to change your ringtone." So I changed it to if I became a stripper, what my song would be, and it was "Pour Some Sugar on Me" by Def Leppard.
Oh my God, that is so corny.
No, so I'm literally doing a kitchen right now, and I'm at their house today, and it's like, pour some sugar on me. I was like, I'm sorry, it's spam. I'm sorry.
Candy, what's your favorite thing to drink? Do you like vodka?
No.
Oh, darn, that's my favorite.
No, I'm a beer girl.
All right, so Maddie, to wrap up the show, we ask my favorite questions. Bye, Candy.
Bye, love you.
Love you.
All right.
All right. We asked my favorite question, which is a two-part question. So I'll answer, which you have it, so you can answer it however you want to answer it. If you want to answer the first part, and then I'll ask the second, or you can answer it together. But it's what would your advice be for somebody who's looking to begin in the sport, and then for somebody who's within like their first year, what's one piece of advice that you would give them? Being that they're kind of into it and now, but what would your advice be for them to continue?
Okay. Oh, that's a good one because I never stopped. So I've been stopping in the beginning, so I haven't been like in for a year. But I guess like for a beginner, I would say like don't give up. Like it can be very hard. It's a lot. A lot of people are gonna be telling you stuff. You're a woman, there's not a lot of women. I remember getting off the stage and people are like, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. So like find the people that you trust and that are gonna keep it consistent and stay with it. Because it can be a lot. It's like keep your back straight, keep your shoulders. So it's a lot. But just don't go overwhelmed. Take a deep breath, like focus on one thing at a time. I think that's like my biggest advice for someone to begin. For a year into the sport, I would say just pull anyone you can. Anyone you can, everyone you can. I've pulled all different kinds of women's from pros all the way up to amateurs that just got off the bench. So it's like to guys, like you have to just keep pulling and you have to just stay in it, and losing is part of the process. Yeah, and you get in. What I love so much about the sport, which is huge for someone about to get into it, is you get what you put into it. If you don't go to the gym and you don't work out, you're not going to do good. And you can't blame anyone besides yourself. Like I'm that kind of person that like I need to be the best at everything I need to do. Like softball, like you guys see me hit home runs. Like that doesn't come natural. Like I'm in that gym every day. I'm hitting after practice every day. If I don't do good in the game, I go 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. I'm in that gym all night. And my friends are like, Maddie, get back to the room. Like we have games tomorrow. I'm like, I don't care. Like I have to work. So like, and like that's the thing. Like with softball, like I'd be putting all that extra work in and we would still lose because it's a team sport. This is mainly individually. So like if I'm not putting in the work, I'm not going to get the result. So that's probably my biggest thing is if you're like losing a lot, like you have to look at yourself, like take a step back, self-reflect. Sorry, that's a teacher in me.
No, it's the truth.
But it's the truth. Like you have to be like, okay, like why am I losing? Like what? Like obviously when I start back up, if I start losing, be like, okay, like I haven't been to sport for a while, but what do I have to do to get back there? I have to start training where like I was. I have to start eating healthy like I was. I have to start working out, mindset. So that's my biggest advice.
That's awesome. That's great advice. Great job.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Very cool. So we mentioned a little bit ago how Maddie was on the Locked and Loaded TV show season 1. So you can check her out on episode, I believe it's 3. Is the Virginia. It might be 3 or 4 is the Virginia ones. We see
I didn't even know that was out there. I didn't even know that was out there.
So it's on Tubi. It's free on Tubi. So I'll send you the link. It's awesome.
Thank you.
But Greg Sharp was on the show a few weeks ago. He is starting season 3. Starts up in I believe Riverside, California, June 29th. So we will be in Pennsylvania, but if you are on the West Coast, make sure you head over there to Riverside, California, and check out that and get potentially be featured on Locked and Loaded season 3. Shout out to Greg Sharp, Jody Williams, and Jamie Sheldon for putting that together. They're going to be in Texas, Kansas. We're going to be in North Carolina July 27th, and then August 3rd, which does collide with the Sarah Bachman. But if you don't want to travel down into the southeast, you can go northeast and go up to, I believe, New Jersey. He'll be in Atlantic City, New Jersey, for that World Series event there. And I know I'm forgetting one. I think Utah is the other one I'm forgetting. So those are some good ways that we can continue to grow, be featured in our sport. He's really looking for ladies. If there are 6 women minimum, he'll do a open class. And there'll be money payouts for women. And if there are 12 women in each class, like 6 in one, 6 in the other, then each of those classes will get paid out as well. So we gotta show up to get paid, show up to get noticed, and continue fighting the good fight for female arm wrestling. So, and know that women, you are not alone, whether you train by yourself like a lot of us in the chat right now, or you are just always looking for tournaments to attend. You can join the Lucky Ones podcast Facebook page. We post a lot of things that a lot of us are going to be at. And so if you're looking for tournaments and you want to guarantee women are going to be there, the Arm Wrestle Hers page is a great one on Facebook to add as well. And then
98 ladies.
98% ladies also has a lot of what we when we try to collaborate and guarantee that they'll be, like Maddie said, pulling everybody we can and not showing up and being the only woman or showing up and only having one other person to pull. So those are my thoughts of the day and my suggestions for the day. Maddie, thank you so much for taking time out of your day for joining us this evening. You are amazing. You're doing incredible things. Again, I had all the respect for you in the world, and after hearing your heart and your passion into what you're doing professionally and outside of arm wrestling, it just grew tenfold. So continue doing it.
Thank you.
You know, it's gonna get harder before it gets easy. But anytime you need anything, teacher to teacher, I got you.
I appreciate it. I thank you so much. Thank you for having me. This has been awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, get us all in a room and I think we'll have a great time.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I love it.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you, ladies, and I hope you all have a beautiful evening. Next week we will be on Saturday on our regular
Thanks
time,
for coming.
10 o'clock. Go ahead,
Bye.
Kat.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Maddie. Bye,
Thank you
Steph.
guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Lucky.
Bye. Make sure everybody's signed off. I'm listening because he's in the other room listening. So I want to make sure everybody's